It began as a distant swirl over the Atlantic, one storm among many in a restless season. But within days, Hurricane Melissa evolved into a catastrophic force that would reshape Jamaica's landscape and history. On October 25, 2025, the Category 4 hurricane roared ashore near Morant Bay with sustained winds of 145 miles per hour and torrential rainfall that submerged entire neighborhoods. For Jamaicans, the day started with uneasy calm. By early afternoon, skies darkened, winds sharpened, and the sea began to climb the shoreline. In minutes, life changed. Houses shook under pressure, roofs peeled away, and the roar of the wind drowned every other sound. Melissa's slow crawl magnified the damage, punishing the island for nearly 20 hours.
There you can see, I think that there is a few trees down now. Because there was a tree right in front of us, but it looks like it might be gone because I don't see. I can't see down
it's
there.
Down.
It's down. It wasn't a very big tree.
There's other pieces of debris.
St. Thomas and Portland parishes were the first to fall under the hurricane's eye. Power poles snapped like matchsticks, and debris filled the air. Residents who had stayed behind described water forcing its way beneath doors as if the sea itself had come inland. Communications faltered. Only shortwave radios carried updates from the National Emergency Network. Rainfall surpassed 25 inches in 2 days, overwhelming drainage systems built for far smaller storms. Flash floods consumed streets and mudslides thundered down from the Blue Mountains, cutting off entire villages. The Meteorological Service confirmed storm surge levels between 12 and 18 feet along the southeast coast, enough to erase entire fishing piers.
It's getting real bad out there now. Basically in a shingle snow globe.
In Kingston, rivers burst their banks, inundating both business and residential districts. Emergency sirens echoed across the capital as crews battled fierce winds to rescue stranded families. It was like standing inside a jet engine, one resident said. Power outages cascaded through the grid, plunging hundreds of thousands into darkness illuminated only by lightning. By evening, shelters across the island were at capacity. More than 15,000 people sought refuge inside churches and schools, clutching what few belongings they could carry. Volunteers distributed blankets and candles while the wind howled outside. Many prayed together, unsure if their homes would still be standing by dawn.
In front of my gate, that. Jesus have mercy, God. Look on the road. I rode that, no? I rode that people from Burton, I rode that. That is the road. Have mercy, God, you all up.
As night deepened, reports from St. Thomas grew desperate. Entire hillsides collapsed, burying homes in seconds. The Army and fire brigades launched rescue operations using inflatable boats and heavy equipment. Access roads were buried under debris, forcing responders to reach victims on foot through waist-deep water and shifting mud. The following morning revealed devastation. Norman Manley International Airport remained flooded, its runways resembling canals. Downtown Kingston lay covered in silt and broken glass. Coastal highways vanished beneath landslides, isolating communities for days. The government declared a state of emergency and activated the National Disaster Response Framework.
Yeah, the man over here, man. See the fear destruction, brother. Right now. Trees still a tear down, much sitting. Much sitting right now there. Trees still a tear down.
Agriculture suffered one of the greatest blows. Blue Mountain coffee fields were buried, banana crops shredded, and cocoa plantations flattened. Livestock drowned in flooded pastures, and fishing fleets were left splintered along the shore. Early assessments suggest economic losses exceeding several $100 million. Meteorologists confirmed that Melissa's explosive growth was fueled by unusually warm Atlantic waters and minimal wind shear, the same conditions scientists link to climate change. The storm's nearly stationary movement over mountainous terrain created relentless rainfall, transforming valleys into temporary lakes and slopes into rivers of mud. In the days that followed, recovery efforts began amid daunting challenges. Over 300,000 people remained without power, and access to clean water was limited. The Jamaica Public Service Company and international partners worked around the clock to restore essential utilities while clearing crews reopened major highways blocked by fallen trees. International aid soon arrived. The Jamaican Defense Force coordinated with U.S. Southern Command, the Royal Canadian Air Force, and CARICOM disaster units to deliver emergency supplies. The Red Cross established relief centers in Kingston and Morant Bay, providing meals, medical care, and shelter for displaced families. Volunteers distributed hygiene kits and bottled water to cut off districts. Prime Minister Andrew Holness addressed the nation, calling Melissa a defining test of our resilience. He pledged rapid rebuilding of homes and farmlands and announced plans to strengthen national disaster preparedness systems. Donations from the EU, United Nations, and regional partners were mobilized within 48 hours. While heavy machinery cleared debris, health officials warned of secondary risks: contaminated water, mosquito-borne illness, and mental health impacts among survivors. Medical teams set up mobile clinics across the worst-hit zones, focusing on vaccination, sanitation, and counseling for traumatized families.
Look, there are people, see the cars going, people, the guide post, look at people. I told you it's going, people. The whole community is going to go, people, look at it. Look what's happening now, people. Tap up the live, people, and share the live, people. See, that's a car. It's leaving, more people. See there, people? See what's happening on the car. So, people, there's an opening now. There's an entrance for the community of bar to be washed away.
Scientists say Melissa's behavior fits a worrying trend. Slower-moving, high-intensity storms are becoming more common as warmer oceans store more energy. Jamaica's experience is now part of a global conversation on adaptation, climate policy, and the urgent need for resilient coastal infrastructure. Church groups, NGOs, and local youth brigades led cleanup drives, clearing debris street by street. International media praised the solidarity of Jamaicans who, despite losing everything, worked side by side to restore power, distribute food, and comfort those in mourning. Rebuilding had become an act of unity. As power and communications slowly returned, families reconnected with relatives abroad. Donations poured in from the Jamaican diaspora in London, Toronto, and New York, funding reconstruction of schools and community centers. The government announced a national day of reflection to honor victims and celebrate the courage of first responders. For the rest of the Caribbean and beyond, Jamaica's ordeal is a lesson in preparedness. Climate-driven storms are becoming fiercer and more erratic. Nations must invest in resilient infrastructure, early warning networks, and rapid response systems capable of confronting the next Melissa before it arrives. As the island looks toward recovery, one truth endures: the Jamaican spirit cannot be broken. Beneath the wreckage lies determination, the will to rebuild stronger, safer, and wiser. This has been a report on Hurricane Melissa, a storm that reshaped a nation and reminded the world of nature's power and humanity's resilience. Stay informed, stay prepared, and stand with those rebuilding under the Caribbean sun.